بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay,
No, I think we're on 79.
78. Some questions of 78 are left.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, we have discussed about gross uncleanness, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have discussed that visible uncleanness has two types: gross uncleanness and light uncleanness. We have discussed in the previous class about gross uncleanness. Now the questions are about light cleanness. The next question after some lines is number one was how much of light uncleanness is excusable. We have discussed about gross uncleanness and its amount which is excusable. And excusable means that anyone is having some amount of gross or light uncleanness on his body or on his clothing, and he does not know about it, and he offered his prayer. Now he come to know after when he had offered his prayers, he come to know about this thing. So will he pray his prayer again, or his prayer is valid? So for the validation of that prayer, some amount is excusable and some amount is not excusable. It means if he was having excusable amount on his body or cloth, then he will not offer his prayer again. And if he was having more than that amount on his body or clothes, then he will offer his prayer again. If he is having time of that salah, that namaz, then that is good. And if the time has passed, then he will read, he will offer that prayer as qaza. Understand?
Okay.
So we have discussed about gross uncleanness, its excusable amount in the previous class. Now we will discuss about the light uncleanness and its excusable amount. So it is answer. The writer says it is excusable if it covers less than 1/4 part of the body or clothing. If any of light uncleanness is found on any of the part of your body, any of the part of your clothing, if it does not cover 1/4 part of that body part or that clothing, that cloth part, then it is excusable. You have offered your prayer, you come to know about that light uncleanness, and it does not cover the 1/4 part of the body or clothing. It means that your prayer is valid. Understand?
Yes.
And if it covers more than this part, then you will offer your prayer again. Understand?
Yeah.
Now the way to cleanse the body or clothes from major uncleanness, visible uncleanness, the both. Answer: major uncleanness, whether gross or light, is removed from the body or clothing by washing it thrice. Understand?
Yes.
To get cleansed from gross and light, both uncleanness, you need to wash your body. Understand?
Yes.
The clothes must also be wringed after every wash. Understand?
Yes.
Next question. Can such uncleanness be removed with anything other than water? Answer is yes. Cleanness may be achieved with other liquid like things like vinegar or melon water, etc. but it is when you are not having water, understand, or you are having water but you washed these things with vinegar or melon water, then it will be, but better is that you wash them from water, with water, understand.
Yes.
Okay. Now the next question, page number 79, is cleansing after natural cause, which is called istinja. We must know that all the things we are discussing, when we have done about the discussion of salat, all the things which are concerning about cleanness and uncleanness are very necessary, because the validation of our salah, validation of our prayer, validation of our namaz depends upon all these things, understand.
Yes.
So the next question is about istinja, cleansing after natural cause, which is because it is also necessary that we cleanse ourselves after natural cause, because the validation of our salah or prayer depends also upon this matter, right?
Yes.
So the next question is, what is istinja? Istinja is Arabic word, understand. Now in the meaning, or what is meant by istinja, it is written here. Answer: istinja is a process for securing cleanness from uncleanness after natural evocation, such as discharging urine, excrement, etc. What is meant by istinja, it is described here in this question, that it is to secure cleanness, to get cleanness from uncleanness after natural evocation, discharging discharging urine or excrement. Now the way, what is the way to secure cleansing after making water? After one has made water, drops of urine stuck on the organ should be dried up with a clean sword, then washed with water. Understand?
Yes.
This is the best way. That first you use some kind of sword, clean sword, and then wash the organ with water. And the way is that you will use that clean sword with your left hand. I think the writer would describe this question in next questions also, that the securing, that you will use that clean sword with your left hand, and you will pour the water from your right with your right hand, understand.
Yes.
One thing more, that the process which is described here, it is the best way, that you first use a clean sword and then use water. But if you are not having any type of this sword, any type of this clay type thing, then you can just use water also, understand.
Yes.
Next question: what is the way to secure cleansing after easing oneself? Answer: after easing oneself, the rectum should be wiped with 3 or 5 pieces of sword, then washed with water. Now, the writer says that with 3 or 5 pieces of sword. Why he said it? Because one should know that it is desirable act, it is sunnat, that we use clean sword to wash our, to secure ourselves, to secure our cleansing. uh, we should use clean sword in odd number: 1, 3, 5, 7. 9 like this. Understand?
Yes.
This is sunnat. This is a desirable act that one should use these clean sword in odd numbers. He should use 1 or he should use 3. He should use 5 or 7 or 9 like this. Understand?
Yes.
So the answer is after using oneself, the rectum should be wiped with 3 or 5 pieces of sword, then washed with water. So I should say again that this is also the best way. But if you are not having sword, you can wash with only with water also. Understand?
Yes.
Next thing is istinja desirable or the prophet's precept, or is it a commanded act first? So the answer istinja is desirable if excrement or urine has not spattered round the organs concerned. It is prophet's precept sunnat if it spatters round the parts concerned but is less than a dirham. A dirham means that we have discussed previous an English coin in circumference. Understand?
Yes.
And number three, it is however commanded first if excrement or urine has spread beyond the circumference of a dirham or of an English coin. Understand?
Yes.
There are three conditions. If it has not sputtered, if it has not sputtered around the organs concerned, then it is desirable. And if it has sputtered round but less than the amount of one English coin in circumference, then it is masnoon. And if it is spattered more than this amount in circumference, then it is obligatory, then it is commanded first. Understand?
Yes.
So the condition of being desirable or of sunnat or first depends upon if it is spattered or not, and the amount of what it has spattered. Understand?
Yes.
Next question is which substances are usable in istinja? Answer is a clean sword or pieces of stones can be used for the purpose. A clean sword or piece of clay which is dried or pieces of stones can be used for this purpose. Understand?
Yeah.
Next question, what substances are undesirable to be used for the purpose? We must know this thing also that it is undesirable to perform istinja with bone, dung, horse dung, eatables, eatable things, pieces of coal or cloth and pieces of paper. These things are undesirable to be used for istinja. Understand?
Yes.
Which hand is to be used to perform the istinja? The left hand should be used. It is undesirable to use the right hand. Understand now?
Yes.
Well, these things are discussed because to use a clean sword or to use pieces of stones before using water is more desirable than just to use water. Although in cities and in these type of areas, just water is used, but to use clean sword or a piece of stone before using water for istinja is more desirable, right?
Yes.
The next question is about now discussion is about the water. Which water is permissible for ablution and bathing, and which water is not permissible? So the water, what kinds of water are permissible to be used in ablution? Answer is water from rain, tank, well, river, sea, melted snow, and ice is permissible to be used for ablution. So these are the types of water which can be used to cleanse one's body, or you can say to be used in ablution. And which kinds of liquid are not allowed to be used in ablution? The following kinds of liquid are not allowed to be used in ablution. Number one, fruit juice. Number two, squeezed tree sap. Number three, soup. Number four, water whose color, smell, and taste have changed because of the addition of some unclean substance to it, or which has grown thick because of the above things. Understand?
Yes.
So the water which are permissible, we have discussed. We have come to know about that thing, that types of water, that they are rain, tank, well, river, sea, melted snow, and ice. And the water liquids which are not permissible for you to be used in ablution are juices, soup, and the water whose color, taste, and smell has changed because of some unclean substance. The writer says more, or which has grown thick because of the above things. Water in a small quantity in which some unclean substance has fallen, or some animal has been drowned, water already once used in ablution or bath, water in which uncleanness dominates, water from which forbidden animals have taken drink, water of aniseed, rose, or any other herb. So these are the waters which are not permissible to be used in ablution. Understand?
Yes.
Now, Paris, we should know that right now we are discussing about the waters which are not permissible to be used in ablution. And in the starting of class, we have discussed about some waters from which we can cleanse ourselves, we can cleanse our clothing with from gross or light uncleanness. So there is a difference between the liquids which are used for ablution, allowed liquid which are used for ablution, and the liquids which are used to cleanse oneself from light and gross uncleanness. Understand?
Yes.
We were using vinegar or fruit juice to cleanse our body or our clothes from gross or light uncleanness. But we will not use these things to cleanse, to have ablution. Understand?
Yeah.
Allowed liquids for ablution are different, and allowed liquids to be used for cleansing oneself from gross or light uncleanness are different. We should know about them. Understand?
Yes.
Mm. So in the starting of class, we have discussed about the liquids from which we can cleanse ourselves from gross or light uncleanness, and now we are discussing about the liquids which are allowed to be used in ablution. Understand?
Yes.
So again, you should read this yourself after the class also, that following kinds of liquids are not allowed to be used in ablution. Number one, fruit juice. Number two, squeezed tree sap. Number three, soup. Number four, water whose color, smell, and taste have changed because of the addition of some unclean substance to it. And number five, which has grown thick because of the above things. Number six, water in a small quantity in which some unclean substance has fallen or some animal has been drowned. Number seven, water already once used in ablution or bath. Number eight, water in which uncleanness terminates. Number nine, water from which forbidden animals have taken drink. And number 10, water of aniseed, rose, or any other herb. Understand?
Yes.
Okay, what do we call the water which has been once used in ablution or bath? Such water is known as the used up, or in Arabic mustamal water. It is clean in itself but is not permitted to be reused in ablution or bath. So this is the last question for today's class, and we should understand it clearly, that what is meant by that it is clean in itself, but it is not permitted to be reused in ablution or bath. Now, the water which is used in ablution or bath, the writer says that it is clean itself, but it will not be reused again for ablution or bath. Why? It is clean, but it can not be used again. It is clean because when we are doing ablution or bath, we get some droplets of that water on our body and also on our clothings. If it was unclean, then we should know that our clothes or our body should also become unclean because of this water. So the Sharia says that it is clean, because if Sharia said that it is not clean, our clothes and our body should become also unclean. Understand?
Yes.
But it is not permitted to use itself, reuse it again, because one time we have got we have got cleansed from that uncleanness in ablution of bath. Actually, it is not clean water, but Sharia says that it is clean itself, because if Sharia said that it is not clean itself, our clothes after every ablution gets unclean. Understand?
Yes.
Understand this thing, the difference, that it is clean in itself, but it is not permitted to be reused again.
Yes.
Understand it?
Yes.
So this is the last question of today's class. Inshallah, we will start our class on next question in the next class, right?
Yes.
Let's call ourselves. Inshallah, we'll
Okay.
meet in the next class. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.